Hey, good afternoon, boys and girls. We are ready for science. So, today in science, we're going to talk about the Earth. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about the Earth and what the Earth is like on the inside. So, you have your Studies Weekly paper for the Earth. I have it pulled up so you can watch along in your Studies Weekly if you cannot see this clear enough, and listen as it reads to you about the Earth, and then we're going to do a paper together about the Earth, okay? So, the front page of ours shows us the Earth, and it gives us some words on the front page. It talks about the mantle, the core, and the crust. And we are going to find out what the mantle, the core, and the crust are all about in the Earth. So, here we go. Oop. Okay, here we go.
Earth is a big, round planet. The outside layer of Earth is the crust. Under the crust is a layer called the mantle. In the center of Earth is the core. The core is very, very hot.
Okay, so we have the Earth, the big round circle. And then the outside layer, this glowing layer that they have, that is the crust. The crust is our ground. It's our dirt. It's the dead leaves. It's the grass. That is the crust of the Earth. Okay? Then, underneath the crust, we have the brown layer is the crust there, along with what they have glowing. Then we have the red, which is called the mantle. And it gets warmer and warmer as we get into there. The mantle is this red piece around it. Then the core is the yellow. And it's very, very, very hot in that core. It's like a fire in there. It's really, really hot in the center of the Earth. Okay? So, let's see if we can watch a video about it today.
Welcome back to another exciting week of Science Studies Weekly. This week, we're going to learn about the Earth. The Earth is made up of the crust, followed by the mantle, then the core. That's where the lava monsters live. No, really? Then what's that? A flower? What? No, wait a second. Okay, a robot. Dang it. A rock? Come on. A dinosaur. Why isn't this working? Ugh. See you next week. Stay awesome.
Hey, those guys are always kind of funny to watch. Okay, let's flip over in your book if you're watching on your booklet, and we're going to talk about the Earth's crust. Let's listen about the crust. Maybe.
Most of Earth's crust is covered with water. Imagine the Earth is a pie cut into 4 pieces. 3 of the pieces would be water. The other piece would be land. Land is made of rocks and soil.
So the crust of the Earth is mostly water. Okay? If we could do what she did, smash down the Earth and make a pie out of it, and then if we would take one piece out, what's left that we didn't eat of that pie, that would be water. That's how much water is in the Earth. The piece that we cut out, that's the ground. Okay? That's the dirt. So the Earth is made mostly of water. Lots and lots of water. Okay? What's left is the rocks in the soil, the dirt. So the Earth is mainly water. Let's go talk about the continents next in the page. Hey.
Large pieces of land are called continents. A piece of land with water all around it is called an island.
So if you look in the picture, this is an island. That's an island, and so is that. Kind of like Hawaii. Hawaii's an island. An island is something that has water all around it like it shows in this picture. The only way you can get to it, excuse me, is to fly in or to take a boat. You can't drive a car across the water to get to that island. Okay? So an island has water all around it. Okay? Well, let's see what's next. The moving crust.
The Earth is always changing. When the crust moves, it can cause an earthquake. Strong earthquakes can cause lots of damage.
Okay, an earthquake. That is when the earth shakes. Okay, and we have to get under our desk and we have to hold on and things can fall on top of us. So, an earthquake is because the earth inside is changing. So, if you put your hands together, excuse me, if you put your hands together, like I am, and if you move one of them and they go back and forth like this is what the earth is doing inside. It's always moving. Always moving. Well, sometimes it gets to moving really fast and things change in there and it bumps things. And that's what causes that earthquake. But the earth is always moving. It's always changing. And when it moves too fast, we have an earthquake and it can crack buildings. It can make cracks in the earth, in the ground. And that is our earthquake. Okay, the next one is lava. Lava forming land. Oh, there's the picture. Don't know what I did to make it do that. Let me see if I can. There it goes. Doesn't want to speak to me, does it? All right, well, I guess I'll just read it. It says, very hot lava erupts from volcanoes. When the lava cools, it can form new land. So, all this black around here, all this black is lava that has come from the volcanoes. And this is what it looks like when it comes out. It's hot. It's red hot. And when it cools, it forms black rock. Really sharp rocks. If you touch it, it can cut you. Okay? So, very hot lava comes from those volcanoes. When it cools, it makes the lava rock land. Okay, let's look at geologist. Well, I don't understand why it doesn't want to talk to us today.
A geologist is a scientist who studies Earth. Would you like to be a geologist someday?
So, a scientist who studies the Earth. Everything that happens in the Earth, rocks and things like that, are called geologists. And that's what he's doing. This little boy is looking at the rock to see what he can find from it. That is a geologist. Okay.
This is the Grand Canyon. It is in Arizona. Do you see the river at the bottom of the canyon? The river carved the canyon out of rock very slowly. It took about 5 or 6 million years to form the canyon.
Okay, so the Grand Canyon. Here's the river in the middle of it. You can see the river. And it used to be one big mountain of rocks. A place of rocks. And the river flowed on top of it. And because the river kept moving and moving over millions and millions and millions of years, it cut through the rock and it made the Grand Canyon. So we have these two big rock beds here and here with the river in the middle of it. And that's what forms a Grand Canyon. Okay. This is something you can do at home if you want to break apart rocks and see what you can find. But you definitely need to make sure you have something covering your eyes. Okay? can write a sentence about what you saw if you did that. You do not have to do that. You don't have to break apart rocks and look. But if you want to, you're more than welcome to do that, okay? You can listen to this again on Studies Weekly. You guys know how to get on. You're not taking the test. I don't have the test available. You can listen to it again. You can learn more about doing what this is doing on here. Okay, now we're going to flip over. And we have a paper to do together. Let me grab our paper. Hey, so you should have this paper that has the earth on it. Okay? You should have this paper that has the earth on it. Oh. Okay, and it says, the Earth. The Earth is a large round planet with 3 different layers: the crust, the mantle, and the core. Below is a picture of the Earth. First, color the land on the map green. Okay, well, we need to color the land green. But first of all, we're going to actually label, and then you can color. Okay? So, the land, or the crust, okay? We're going to color it green after we do it. But this first one, this top arrow, on that top arrow, we're going to write crust, because that is the crust. Okay? So, on the top one, you're going to write crust. That's the crust. You're going to color that crust, like it says, green. Okay? Then, it says you're going to color the oceans blue. Well, the ocean, if you look at your paper, it shows you where the oceans are. The oceans are that water. So if you look at this here, you can see that the ocean is this outside part where they've got the blues, okay, and the blue down here. So you can see on your packet that that's where they're showing the blue oceans. So color your land green, your oceans blue. And then we're going to finish labeling here. We have our crust. In the middle here, this is our core. So you're going to label it core. Okay? Oh, I've got this backwards. I am so sorry. I didn't see the other one. This is the mantle. I'm sorry, the first one is mantle. It's inside. And then the last one is the crust. It's pointing to the crust on the outside. So we have our mantle, we have our core, and we have our crust. Okay? So get those labeled. You can label them, and then you're going to color this. Make sure your name is on it so that I know who it belongs to. The mantle, the core, and then the crust. You're coloring like it says to do. It says to color the land green and the oceans blue. Okay? And that is science for today. Good luck. Have fun with that. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Our first Google Meet tomorrow, let me look and see, is Wednesday. Okay. At 9:30 tomorrow, my green group gets on. At 10 o'clock, everybody gets on for PE. Once PE is over, my green group will stay on with me. Okay? So that is tomorrow morning. Then we'll talk about tomorrow afternoon. Okay, I will see you later. Goodbye.